from Mc Crory Gymnasium on the campus of Bear River High School. Touchdown Productions, celebrating our 18th season of local high school sports television, is proud to present Bear River Bruin basketball. Tonight, as we unwrap our 2015 Pioneer Valley League season, your Bear River Bruins take on the Colfax Falcons. It's our first look at the 2015 Bear River Bruins as they go up against their league rival, the Colfax Falcons. And all the action is coming up right here, right now. It's your NorCal Game of the Week. The Bear River Bruins open up their 2015 season at home this year against the always tough Colfax Falcons. Good evening, basketball fans, wherever you are across our worldwide audience. This is Marty Mortensen, the voice of Bear River basketball. Joining me in the booth tonight is a Bear River alumnus, Steve Sitter. Our producer and director is Gilbert M. Dominguez, and he is joined by the rest of the Touchdown Production sports team of Paul Town and Sonyu Enos, who are in place and ready for tonight's opening PVL telecast. But first, as is our tradition here on the NorCal Game of the Week, we begin the bonus coverage of the JV game. We're in the fourth quarter with the score, Bear River 34 and Colfax 18. And here with the call is Steve Sitter.
Thank you, Marty. Great to be back here at Mc Crory Gymnasium for the first time this year. And we have a fairly one-sided matchup tonight. The Bear River JV team up 36-18, and it has been pretty one-sided all night. The Bear River defense has been tenacious, as you just saw, forcing that turnover. Their offense has been dominant, and Colfax is just looking absolutely ragged.
Yeah, since we've been here anyway, Steve, it's been all Bear River, just like you said. And apparently the Colfax Falcons just don't have an answer for these JV Bruins. No,
and it hasn't been for a lack of chances on the part of the Falcons. They've been consistently getting to the free throw line. They forced 5 fouls against Bear River in the third quarter. And Bear River has been in some pretty deep foul trouble, especially Damian Humphreys, who's sitting on 3 fouls right now and has been their leading scorer. Although picking up the slack is that man right there, number 24, Jimmy Kelly. And Kelly and Humphreys have been just dynamic under the basket. Also under there is number 32, Landon Clark, and he has been very good. There's a long shot on the way, no good. Rebound taken by Kelly, who is hard to miss in that Mohawk.
Yeah, one of the things, too, is that the Falcons just cannot get the ball to get in that basket.
No,
they're shooting. Oh,
nice give and go, swatted away.
Good defense there by the Falcons.
Comes Austin Weir, dribbling up the middle, no good. Rebound taken, Clark. This Bear River JV team made up of all sophomores. There is a large crop of talent that will be moving up to varsity next year. Isaiah Baker, especially at the point guard position, is very dynamic. Swings it over and down low for Clark. Clark with the left hand blocked by Garen O'Keefe. And the ball finds its way to Mark Avila, who dribbles up.
Yeah, good block by Keith.
Signs of defensive life for Colfax, trying to fuel the offense. And there's a foul.
A nice move in the paint.
That was O'Keefe, who lays it up and in, and will get to the free throw line. And Colfax has not been very consistent from the free throw line tonight. 38-20 is the score. And while I doubt they've missed 18 free throws, you can bet that any little bit will help as O'Keefe completes the three-point play.
Yeah, they just had one out of 5 here in the second half. Oh, he tried to set him up, and the coach is not happy with that one, Steve.
No, going for flash when you're down 17 is not the way to impress the coaching staff.
I don't think so. You're right there.
As Skylar Savendra will replace Mark Avila. And Colfax still employing a full-court trap press, which has not been too terribly successful, although Isaiah Baker has given the ball up occasionally. The long two by Kelly is no good. And Colfax will bring it up the court quickly. There's a quick drive, and drawing the foul is Tyrese Donaldson. And that is the 7th team foul now for Bear River, so every foul will result in at least one free throw for the Falcons. And the first one is no good.
Yeah, they've really struggled at the free throw line here in this second half. They were 1 for 5, so now they've made so they're 2 for 7.
And that really is just a symptom of a bigger problem.
Yeah, I think so.
This is a somewhat defeated team, and there's still 4 minutes and 18 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Bear River will be wise to burn some of that now.
Yeah,
there's a shot on the way by Baker. No good. Rebound taking Clark, but Clark's going to get a foul called on him.
It came over the top. Clark looks like the tallest young man out there on the JV squad.
And he certainly plays like it. When he gets the ball down low, it's pretty much a sure two. So this will be the first 1-and-1 situation. Garen O'Keefe will shoot. O'Keefe with the only points that have not come from the free throw line in this quarter.
Since we've come on the air with this fourth quarter, the Bruins have only picked up 4 points, so they need to step it up a little bit.
Another free throw, no good, and
he lost it.
Clark had that ball stripped, but the ball will find its way into Bruin hands. And Josh Griesel drives right side, gives it to Kelly. Kelly back up top, and now the Bruins will shave some more clock.
Yeah, they got plenty of clock to use up here with 3:42 left to go in this ballgame.
Donaldson on Baker, playing a very tough defensive game. And now Baker draws the reach-in foul. Just the 4th team foul on Colfax.
Yeah, Bear River is in the penalty now with their fouls.
38-23. It was 21-10 at half in favor of Bear River, and now there's going to be a push to the back.
Yep, they'll be gone down for 1-and-1.
And that'll be on Griesel. Team foul number 9 on Bear River, and there's still 3:32 left in the fourth. Shooting these free throws will be Mason Aarons. And just the first foul on Griesel.
The referees must have heard one of the Colfax fans talking about it's tough to win when they're 7-on-2, counting the referees on Bear River's side of the aisle there. I haven't heard anything from him since they've only got 4 fouls here in this second half.
So Mason Aarons, who missed everything on that free throw, comes out, and Will Biles will replace him. Isaiah Baker drives up right through the middle of the press and establishes a half court. Skoronski passes it back out to Baker. Baker swings it left. Still 17 on the shot clock. Clark takes the baseline jumper, no good, but Kelly with the rebound. There's a 3 on the way from Griesel. That misses everything. Saved
nice
out to Baker.
Plays.
Baker gets a hand to the side of the head.
No call.
And the rebound falls to Colfax. Still down 15. Donaldson dribbles in, kicks it back out for Biles. Biles slides around, and a kick ball will be called on Griesel, so Colfax will inbound with a fresh shot clock. Both teams looking a bit winded.
I haven't seen any substitutions at all since we've come on the air, so.
Nice move, but can't get the
Good
layup
save
to go in. Griesel throws it up ahead for Baker. Baker goes baseline, draws a triple team, and 26 on the shot clock. Skaronski will dribble up top, guarded by Savendra. Baker looking left side, still 15 left on the shot clock. Good ball movement from the Bruins. Down to 6 on the shot clock. Nice behind the back dribble, almost lost by Skaronski. Falls out of bounds. It will stay with the Bruins with 2 on the shot clock, and the entire Colfax team will come off the court and be replaced with new players.
Take a look at this replay on this. I don't know whether he was trying to pass it or, well, I don't know. I don't know what you would call that, Steve. They got to get this shot off right now.
Skaronski does get it off. It hits rim, but the rebound comes to Blake Hawkins. Now over to Spencer Kane. Kane down low.
Good block.
That's Jonathan Hill. Hill goes up with it again. No good. Rebound taken Clark. And now we'll see a substitution for Bear River at the next whistle.
They get the ball out to Baker. He looks like a pretty good ball handler for the Bruins.
Baker's
and now just as I say that, he throws it out.
Spencer Kane with it. Long pass up, intercepted by Baker. Baker almost steps on the line, but manages to stay in bounds. Get into the half court, and Bear River will call the timeout. I think what this is a chance to stop play and get some of the B players in, just as Colfax did.
Right. They got 1:12 left. Marty Mortensen along with Steve Sitter. Here we're in the final portions of the JV game here tonight. Looking forward to Colfax Bear River varsity. And Steve, what kind of game do you think we're going to have here tonight?
I think it will be fast-paced, certainly. There's going to be a lot of transition baskets, and I'm just going to go ahead and predict whichever team can keep up that stamina and that pace the longest will come away victorious tonight.
Well, the Bear River boys have got a lot of speed, and the Colfax Falcons have got a lot of height. So let's speed against height, and we'll see how that comes together here very shortly.
Minute 10 left here in the fourth quarter. Bear River up 38-23. Bruins just looking to kill some time. Looks like it'll be a steal, probably a jump ball called as it's on the floor.
But I can't believe that only Bear River, it's a good thing they had a sizable lead here, because they only have picked up 4 points here in this fourth period.
And take a look at that. Really devolved quickly.
And look at they're bouncing it around, and then a little knee job in there by that looked like Harrison. But then they go down and jump ball. Bear River gets it.
There's a 3 on the way. That was not a high percentage shot. Out and saved, but it will be a shot clock violation.
Yeah, he had no choice but to shoot it off balance, and didn't even, I thought it caught a lot of air and no rim.
11-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Jonathan Hill goes up, no good. Bear River with the rebound, and now the shot clock should be off. And there it goes. 28 seconds left. I would be very surprised if Bear River tries to put any more points on the board here. Just run around and kill time. Well, there's the shot.
Well, that was you could say, I passed it to him. That was Harrison.
Nice pass shot. Harrison puts it back up. 8 seconds left. Colfax doesn't look like they have any three-point shooters, so they will try and work it inside. There's a long shot from Brendan Lynn, who also got a hand to the face with no call. But regardless, that is the ball game. Bear River hangs on to win 40-23. A very slow and uneventful third quarter. Bear River putting up 19 second half points. Colfax putting up 13. And really, Bear River just looked like the better team out there.
I think so. They had better ball control. a lot more accurate with their passes. They didn't get very many opportunities for free throw shots that we saw here tonight, but they definitely had a better percentage than Colfax, who shot kind of wildly at the free throw line tonight.
And not just from the free throw line. Colfax's offense was scattered, to say the least.
Yeah, right.
They couldn't find points from anywhere. I don't think they attempted a three-point shot. Obviously not something they practiced too much. So they tried to work it down low. And against the Bear River post players, that just wasn't happening.
No, it didn't get the job done. I think the coach for the Colfax Falcons will have some work to do in practice this coming week. So he wasn't too happy with a couple of shots that went down there tonight.
No, and this game was. I'm not going to say it came down to the officiating, because it really didn't. You don't lose by that much due to officiating, but certainly the inconsistencies were rubbing the fans the wrong way for both sides, starting with Colfax and ending up at Bear River, maybe swinging back towards Colfax. But
well, it looks like the Bear River football squad is adding a little insult to injury. Hollister's out there holding up a sign that says "Kiss the Ring," and that, you know what that's from.
I absolutely do.
As they beat Colfax in the championship game for Division 5.
And looking at this Bear River Bruins lineup with Jason Boder, Dave Mistrella, Kyle Uclary, David O'Brien, Travis Whitehead, Ben Olina, there are a lot of football players for this Bear River team.
We've got some strange goings on here tonight.
Sure is good to be back on campus. And now the Bear River varsity team
Here come your
takes
Bear
the
River
court.
Bruins.
Captain David O'Brien runs through the banner.
All right, we'd like to remind you that you're watching exclusive coverage of the Bear River Bruins Colfax Falcons game right here on the Touchdown Productions Sports Network.
Accidents happen, and Tripp's Auto Body and Paint Shop understands your frustration when they do. They work on all makes and models and have been serving Nevada County for 3 generations. Trips is a proud member of the AAA Repair Network, and their technicians are I-CAR Gold Class professionals. Trips works with all insurance companies and is a direct repair facility for AAA. Voted Nevada County's best, it's Trips Auto Body. It's time to visit the newly remodeled B&C True Value Home and Garden Center. The new B&C has completely changed for your shopping convenience. Their new expanded garden center has everything you need, including expert advice on trees, shrubs, and perennials. Check out their new website and the new spring hours. And thank you for voting B&C the best hardware and building supply in 2012. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center.
Anything Green Hydroponics is your source for hydro systems, grow lights, and soils. Anything Green offers a complete range of organic nutrients as well as fungicides, miticides, and predatory bugs. Anything Green Hydroponics has just received this year's soil. Get your totes, pallets, or individual bags. Stay tuned for future workshops. It's all at Anything Green Hydroponics.
Welcome to Plaza Tire and Automotive Service in Grass Valley. At Plaza Tire and Automotive Service, the customer comes first. We only do what's right for the customer, not necessarily what's right for business. Third generation family member, learned all that I know from my Grandpa Fred, my dad, my Uncle Mike, my grandma. My entire family's been a huge part of learning about the automotive industry. Grass Valley is our 4th location, and you can also find us in Colfax, Penn Valley, and Nevada City. I am Blake Hauser, and I welcome you to join us for the grand opening at our Grass Valley location.
Well, welcome back to Mc Crory Gymnasium on the campus of Bear River High School. Marty Mortensen along with Steve Sitter welcoming you to the kickoff of the 2015 season between these two fine squads, the Bear River Bruins and the Colfax Falcons. Steve, give us a little insight here, huh?
Well, kickoff is certainly the right word when you take into account this rivalry that has only increased in intensity in recent months with the football teams going head-to-head. And there are a lot of football players on both of these teams. Dominic Fox is certainly a name that pops out on the Colfax Falcons roster. But Bear River, this team is about half football players, and I'm sure they are more than willing to show that they can hit just as hard without pads.
Well, Connor Hollister came out here. He has 20. He had his number painted on his stomach, and holding that sign, a kiss the ring, and that's just a direct jab at the Colfax players. I don't know if you want to upset these players who played on the football team too much here, or the school people that have come over. There's a lot of students here tonight from Colfax, along with the parents. So you don't want to be jabbing early, do you think, Steve?
Yeah, no, these fans are very, very rowdy.
Yeah.
They were getting a little chirpy during the JV game, and especially with the football rivalry that's been going on. I would expect more of the same, certainly in the varsity game.
All right, let's go down on the court with Gil Dominguez and Coach Ganskie as they talk about this game tonight and his 600th win this season.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Marty. I'm down here with Coach Ganskie. Coach, first off, let me officially thank you, or congratulate you, I should say, on 600 wins.
Well, thanks. Yeah, it's quite a milestone. It's a personal milestone, but I think it's also just part of a great experience here at Bear River as a teacher and coach. Lasted a long time to get to 600, but a lot of lives in between there. A lot of kids, a lot of families, a lot of great people that I've been associated with, including Touchdown Productions. Thank you guys for being there this whole time. So.
Well, I don't know how many of the wins we got, but I would say in 18 years we've got a fair amount of them.
Sure. Yeah, it's really, the wins is one thing, but there's just so many contacts. I've probably been in 6,000 gyms along the way, between summer games and fall games. And, it's just so many different teams and the parents and student body. It's been fun. It's been a great ride.
Now, I saw in the paper your wife was there and your daughter for your 600th win. Were they following you around the last few games waiting for it to happen?
We had one shot at it. The next game, I believe, was up at Shasta, our next 3 games. So I knew it was either going to happen up at Truckee or up at Shasta. And they came up to Truckee, said, Dad, you got this one chance. And luckily we got it.
Now, I sent you an email earlier this week, and on the show last week we had Coach Mike Takayama from Del Oro. He's another 600 win coach, one of your coaches that you've played against for a number of years, not only here at Bear River, but also up at Nevada Union. And, a quality guy. How much fun is that to coach against another guy with, a similar record?
Yeah, Mike and I go a long way back. He's a great person, good friend. We had great battles, but there was never any animosity, and that's the great thing about high school sports is there really is a fraternity of coaches, and we all try to do the same thing, do good things, for kids, try to help them grow up. That's what this is all about. And Mike's an excellent teacher, excellent coach of the game and of life.
Now, he's spent his whole career doing the girls' game. Of course, you did the girls, went up to Nevada Uni, did girls. Here you're doing boys. Is there any difference, when it comes right down to it, the teaching aspect?
I don't think so. I don't think you teach the game any differently. The game's a lot faster with the guys, but it was more deliberate with the girls, so you kind of see the things you were teaching develop a little bit easier. With the game, the guys' game is more fluid, but you teach it the same. It just kind of comes out looking a little different.
Right. And, how many years now is this for you?
Oh, boy. I think it's 28.
Okay, so Mike's in there for 29, yeah, which is what it takes. Kind of a special year, though, here with Coach getting his 200th victory in football.
Yep.
Coach Logue, and then winning the section title, and then your 600. something must be in the water or something. Everything's coming together.
Well, I think it's just, a celebration of some milestones that kind of reflect the longevity of, Coach Logue's been here a year longer than I have as a coach and as a teacher. He retired from teaching, but is still coaching. Coach Zahner's another guy who's racked up a lot of softball wins, a lot of football wins as a JV coach in football. The guys who've been around, you're going to see these milestones achieved, but we just hope that over the course of this, the parents that have raised their kids in this school have got as much out of it as we have, because we feel like kids have really given us a lot of career satisfaction. This is what we do, and we hope they've grown into successful, well-adjusted citizens in our community.
Well, I think we got one of them up there in the booth with us, with Steve Sitter.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Now, speaking of satisfaction, I was reading in the paper today, this particular team right here, pretty special.
Yeah, I love this group of kids. They are great kids. They work hard. They're really committed to what they're doing out here. They're committed to each other. They're committed to their school. Had a lot of success in football. I got 6 of the 12 guys who are on that championship football team. So they love what they're doing. They love to compete. They love to come out here and represent their school.
And everybody says that winning is contagious. Do you find that they're bringing that winning attitude from football over to the basketball court?
Oh, absolutely. They expect to compete every night, and they're trying to outscore their opponent, whether it's football, baseball, basketball. That's what they do. They don't measure their success by whether they win or not, but they measure their success by the effort they give, the way they compete, and a lot of times that results in a victory.
And, of course, this year, the PVL, very strong league. Looks like in the preseason you got Mark Lee over at Placer, and Lincoln are the 3 guys that are going to be going at it.
Well, I think it's a 6-team race. It's unfortunately, everybody can't make the playoffs, so we're all battling for the same playoff positions. They're going to take 3 from our league. Us and Colfax might have another way to get in since we're Division 4. Might use a rating system for us, but we need to beat Colfax, bottom line.
Well, speaking of that, is there any extra talk because this was the football championship game?
Yeah. Well, I think there is talk about that, but it really doesn't mean anything right now. It's a round ball, and it's a
and you got to put it in the hoop.
Yeah, it's a much shorter field, and we're on hardwood, and there's really nothing similar at all, except we got a lot of the same guys, and they're adjusting to a new game and trying to play as a team in this game, and football seasons in the past. But yeah, everybody's talking about that, sure.
And what do we know about the Colfax team? Have you had a chance to see him, scout him, read anything up on him?
Yeah, I've seen them play. They have a lot of emphasis on getting the ball into their big guys. 6'8", John Kerwin, he's a good player. A lot of skills, a lot of size. We don't have that, so that's their strength. We've got to find a way to minimize that and play to ours, which is more of an up-tempo running game. But he runs the floor well, so we'll see how that turns out.
And for you guys, who are the big players that we should watch out for tonight? This is the first time that we're getting to see you guys in action.
Well, David O'Brien, is back. He was a starter last year. He's a junior this year. He's our leading scorer. Tommy Heriter's been playing great at point, shooting the ball really well. Ben Olina can go off any night, have big numbers. Dave Estrella, our lefty in the post, undersized post player, great competitor. And Travis Whitehead, our starting post, jumps really well. He's only 6'2", but he plays a lot bigger.
All right, well, the PVL starts tonight. Got to be an exciting night for you, the league opener.
Yeah. Appreciate it, Gil. We're excited. Thanks for all you do with Touchdown Productions.
Well, we're going to be back here for those Placer games, of course, and might even see you over there at Mark Lee's house, because that's going to be a big matchup, especially coming down the stretch.
Oh, yeah. Those are always big games. Us, Colfax, Placer, that little triangle, it's always a fun night.
We call it the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks a lot for joining us on the pregame. All right, Coach Duwaine Ganskie there as his team gets ready to do battle against the Colfax Falcons here at the Mc Crory Gymnasium. Thanks a lot for tuning in tonight here on our Touchdown Production Game of the Week broadcast. Be sure to join us each and every week. When we come back, it's back up to Marty and Steve. You're watching the NorCal Game of the Week. Be right back.
Hello, I'm Dr. Victoria Tutak, and welcome to Advanced Chiropractic Centers. Are you tired of living with debilitating pain, physically impacting the quality of your life? Here at Advanced Chiropractic Centers, we offer a variety of options. We are a result-driven office devoted to your health care. My name is Dr. T, and I look forward to meeting your health care needs.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title is your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations and thank you for keeping your business local.
We're at SPD Market in Nevada City asking people what they like about SPD.
I've been shopping here for about 20 years and the people are very courteous, and I especially like the meat counter. It's nice. You have a great selection, very helpful.
Because it's local, it's small, they have wonderful selections of things I need, and the personnel are very nice.
And that's why people love SPD Markets in Nevada City and Grass Valley. And of course, brought to you by Touchdown Productions, the Foothills leader in sports television. This is Gil Dominguez saying thanks a lot for tuning in tonight. And be sure to stay with us after the game as we present the Touchdown Productions Player of the Game Award, created by Stuckey Engravers. Once again, the Touchdown Productions staff will select the best player of tonight's game and award them with a plaque created by Stuckey's. It's the Touchdown Productions Player of the Game Award coming up right after this exciting sports telecast right here on your NorCal Game of the Week. Guys, back up to you.
Thanks a lot, Gil. Nice interview tonight with Coach Duwaine Ganskie. Marty Mortensen along with Steve Sitter saying thank you for joining us here tonight as we got an exciting ball game that's just about ready to start. And Steve, why don't you bring us up to date on how the Pioneer Valley League teams have done so far in preseason?
Well, this is the league opener, and you couldn't ask for a better one. Bear River against Colfax. Placer had a 12-4 preseason, and Bear River and Lincoln, the other 2 10-win teams. Bear River 10-5, Lincoln 10-7. Then you've got Colfax Foothill at 7-9, and Center at 5-11. And as we take a look at the SFL, which is already underway, Folsom and Wood Creek, the 2 undefeated so far, 3-0. Oak Ridge at 2-2, Granite Bay, Del Oro at 1-2, and Nevada Union and Rockland at 1-3.
2015 Girls Pioneer Valley League. Looks like Lincoln and Placer and Colfax are the 2 teams to really watch the 3 teams to watch this year. And you can see that Foothill is 7-9, Bear River 4-6. They've won now 4 in a row. And so why don't you tell us about the Sierra Foothill League?
Well, Oak Ridge and Del Oro both undefeated. Oak Ridge at 4-0, Del Oro at 3-0, and the Lady Miners are mixing it up in there at 2-2. Folsom and Wood Creek at 1-2, Rockland at 1-3, and surprisingly Granite Bay 0-3 with an 11-7 preseason. That is not how they expected to start league.
They've got going down on the floor here to the coaches for with Coach Logue, Coach Savoy, Dwayne Zahner, and Jim Nieto, the principal of the school.
We want to thank you for all your efforts over the years. commitment to Bear River High School and Bear River High School basketball is unparalleled. Congratulations, Coach.
Thanks, Scott, Barry. Hey, what this really means, guys, it's not about 600 wins. It's all the lives on the people that I've been able to have the privilege to work with. Thanks to the Bird Nation over there, those guys. The staff that's been so supportive, and the parents who love me, coach your kids. You guys, you're the team right now. You guys, and all the players that I've been able to coach all these years, the experience, the traditions we've been able to build here at Bear River. Thanks for letting me be part of it. It's been awesome. All right, go Bruins.
Nice reward, a basketball signed by all the players and the coaches. We'll now rise for the playing of our national anthem. We'll be right back with the tip-off. The band will be playing the national anthem. Good crowd on hand here tonight, listening to the Bear River Band. And we'll be introducing the starting lineups from each team, and we'll go to center court for the tip-off. Any last-minute words of wisdom here, Steve?
Pace of this game is going to be important. Bear River is going to want to play fast. Colfax is going to want to play strong.
Here, introduction of the players. Detweiler and Wheeler. And Hallman, number 22, and now introducing number 31, Cameron Howes. And John Kerwin, he's the 6'8" member of this team that was Ganskie was talking about. Now we'll go to black as the so bear with us as this is normalcy. Can't do any of these things at baseball games, Steve.
No, you can't. The can't just turn out the sun on command, unfortunately. We tried.
Yeah. So, introduction of the Bear River Bruins, and that's Dave Mastralla. David O'Brien, captain. He's been averaging about 15 points a game. That was Ben Olena. Tommy Herter. Ben Olena. And Travis Whitehead, I missed him. Hard to tell the numbers in the dark. Although Travis Whitehead's the tallest Bear River player on the court. I should have seen that. But we're about ready to go. The excitement in the air here as we tip off the season for 2015. Bear River's had a 10-5 record so far this year. They've lost their last 2 games, but they were going up against a much bigger and higher division school. And don't forget to join us next time as Nevada Union Miners will take on the Rockland Thunder. You see that game on the Touchdown Productions Game of the Week, Comcast Channel 11, Suddenlink Channel 16, and the Education Channel 18. So they'll go to the, this is not going to be much of be a little mismatch out there at center court, Steve.
It looks like it, doesn't it? Whitehead is listed as 6'3", and Kerwin is 6'8". Whitehead is the tallest player for Bear River.
Right. So I would suspect that they'll, yep, it was Colfax ball. Coming up with it, it was Breeler, and now they move around down inside. And quick steal in there. That is O'Brien. Now it's stolen back again. So right away, some sloppy play. There's a three from outside, in and out. Whitehead with the rebound over to Herder. There's a foul called.
Quick blocking foul on Detweiler. Detweiler is one of 2 juniors on the Colfax Falcons roster. The rest are seniors.
So inbounding it will be Olena. Herder over in the corner to Olena. Looking to almost knocked away, and there goes Bryan and loses it again. Now driving in and putting it up and doesn't go. Rebounded there by Herder. He'll bring it up the court.
There's a three on the way.
Olena for 3 off the iron. Mastrella, and now they bring it down, and he's fouled. That was to Whitehead. He gets pushed right away, and he goes up to the hoop. Boy, a little sloppy here so far to start this game, Steve.
Yeah, I think this might be just some pre-game jitters. Both teams realize this is a pretty important game, both as the league opener and a rivalry game.
There's a good shot of Travis Whitehead, and he misses the first one.
All 5 of the Bear River players lead some category.
That's going to be short. Whitehead missed both of them. Still no score. 6:52 remaining in this first period. Colfax moves it around in the corner, all the way across court to Hallman, and it goes out of bounds, but it's going to be Colfax ball.
Kerwin really stands out down in the paint.
Yep. Try to get it in here as quick as they can. Spin move, puts it up. It's blocked by Mastrella, but they're going to call a foul. He'll go. That'll be Howes. Will go to the line to shoot 2.
The foul will be on Olena.
It was Olena.
No, Olena did not have the position. You'll see it when he comes up.
Mike.
As there's a double team underneath. Olena's going to come from the left and get all body, and Mastrella comes in and gets all ball.
That was the first point of the game as he makes them both. Well, Bear River trailing 2-zip. O'Brien brings the ball up, no-look pass, and then it was a no-look pass, and I don't think Travis was looking for it. Went off his hands, out of bounds, so turnovers here, full court press.
That's the kind of pace that Bear River wants. They want those quick transition baskets,
right.
And they really need to be alert and keep that pace going. Otherwise, Colfax just has time to set up and use their superior height and strength.
Now they move it around top of the key, and looks like a 3, and it's off the iron, and rebounding was Whitehead. He gets it out to O'Brien as he brings it up the court over to Olena. Trying to go down low.
Whitehead had excellent position for that rebound.
There's a big 3 from Tommy.
Herder shooting 34% on the season from beyond the arc.
The ball is lost and picked up in there by Olena. And then O'Brien almost loses it. There's got a travel called on Olena as he's shuffled his feet a little bit at the top of the key. He probably should have taken that three-pointer.
And that's 4 Bear River turnovers. And 4 pretty needless ones. They've really kind of been shooting themselves in the foot. Only 2 Colfax steals. Colfax needs to start earning those.
Now Colfax trying to set something up here. Having a hard time getting inside. You think that they would, with all that height, that they would have a much better advantage getting inside the paint. Oh, there was a travel, but there was no call. Drives in and blocked, and they're going to call a foul on Mastrella.
Mastrella didn't have position. He came in, swatted hard, but he came in from the side, and he really had to get some sort of arm or wrist.
So Hallman will go to the line to shoot 2.
And you'll see it here. He comes in from the side, and Hallman clearly with the position gets his back turned to him. That's going to be a foul all night.
First one is good. Three for 3 at the foul line for the Falcons. That one is good. Falcons regain the lead. Now they put on a semi-full court press. O'Brien brings the ball up. Guarded in there. Down low pass to Mastrella. He goes up, he's fouled. Mastrella go to the line to shoot 2. A lot of fouls taking place early here.
And they haven't really been cheap either. These have been fairly obvious calls. And you'll see this one.
Mike.
He switches back left.
Oh, yeah.
There's a big hack job by Hallman.
No good. Bruins 0-3 at the line. That one is good. The game is tied. Bruins now. Full court press. O'Brien pressing it up. Down, stolen away. Oh, and he gets a tip back. And that doesn't go. And that doesn't go. And now they put it up. That doesn't go. Nobody's getting a good look. Looks like a travel, no call. Falcons had 4 shots underneath the basket. And there's a three-pointer going. That doesn't go, and rebounded in there by, there it is. Now O'Brien in the corner, looking, trying to drive the baseline, and it's going to be a block.
And this is really unacceptable for both these teams. Cameron Howes gets 1, 2 chances. Jake Breeler gets a chance there, gets back out. 4th chance opportunity and just a really low percentage shot.
There's going to be a foul called on a block on Mastrella. Now they're going to inbound. They do. Almost stolen away. And it's going to be a charge on Hallman.
I'm not even sure they called a foul on that. I think they're just saying it went out of bounds off Hallman.
Oh, they didn't call they didn't do a foul? I thought for sure.
Run-of-the-mill turnover, and there was a lot of contact. You'd think that would be something. I guess they just figured both players doing a flop.
Yeah. Driving in, and that ball is blocked, and it's knocked away. And it's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be off of O'Brien, and no one's buying it.
This game has gotten very physical.
Yeah. I was going to say, O'Brien's looking at him like, what? I thought it was, for sure it was off of Colfax, but fans didn't think so. From Colfax.
Well, the referees are conferring. Coach Ganskie wants to reset the shot clock, but I'm not sure anyone from Colfax had possession to reset it. and they will not. So Bear River has 21 on the shot clock.
Into Olena. He drives, tries to get into the paint, puts it up, and he hits it. Nice fadeaway jumper in there by Ben Olena for his third point.
And boy, that was
stolen away by O'Brien. Drive, spin move. Couldn't take it in, and then he gets from behind. Mastrella gets the ball knocked away by a good defensive play in there by the Falcons. Now there's going to be a push on, looks like Whitehead.
That's on Heriter.
Oh, Heriter.
And there's really not much you can do when they get the ball into Kerwin. Well-placed pass.
Well, that was an easy putback. Kerwin with his first 2 points of the game. Oh, no, that was Howes. Six to 6 here in a defensive struggle. Driving in is Olena, and he goes to put it up, and it's going to be blocked out of bounds by Breeler.
Coach Ganskie is telling his players to calm down a bit.
Yeah, they there's a three, and it's off the iron. Whitehead couldn't get the rebound. Breeler brings it up and now dishes it off. Look for a three over there in the corner from Holman, didn't take it. Now they move it around. Trying to get it down low, can't do it. Good defense. And there's a three, up and in. That is Holman with a big three. 9 to 6. Bear River's had a lot of chances, Steve. They just can't seem to put it up here. Substitution coming in for the Falcons. That is Harshman.
Well, this has been a bit of an offensive struggle for Bear River. They're having a hard time getting any open shots from inside the three-point line.
Both teams. Whitehead with the rebound. Oh, they just passed that ball away. They're just not, they're not in sync.
No, and they need to get in sync pretty quick. Colfax has basically all of the momentum, and Bear River has far more turnovers.
2:17 and counting here. Yeah, that's going to be there all night long. There is Kerwin's first points of the game.
What Bear River really needs to do is on those quick baskets by Colfax, they need to get down the court even faster and get those quick transition baskets. That's going to be there.
There's a nice putback in there from a give and go from Estrella to Whitehead. Now they're going to call a foul on O'Brien. He's just kind of out of control, looks like to me.
Well, both teams have that element to their game right now. They're playing very hard, and neither team is shying away from contact, which would partially explain why there are 9 fouls in the first quarter.
That's something with 1:40 left to go.
And possibly even more that could have been called.
Oh, that's a nice. That was house again.
That's a great move, but no finish.
No, he just can't get the ball to go into the basket. Whitehead's got his hands full down there with Kerwin. 13-8, biggest lead of the game, 5 points so far. Oh, nice defensive move in there by Mastrella.
Mastrella let him in once he realized that he didn't have the edge and went up for that block the whole way. And you'll see the decision right there. Once Holman had the position, Mastrella went right up for the block.
So Voter is in for O'Brien for the Bruins. There's a three. It's going to be short off the iron. Mastrella with the rebound. And now he gets it back to Heriter. Tommy will bring it up. Setting up a play with 31 seconds. Well, they just can't. They drive in the lane. They just can't get it done.
Well, they're running plays, but Kerwin's smelling them out, and he takes up a lot of real estate under the basket.
Oh,
so all he has to do is stand in the middle and grab anything that comes his way.
So 12 seconds. They're going to try to get the final shot off. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be Bear River ball with 6 seconds.
That's certainly enough time to get down the court and get
a basket.
Well, at least get something closer than a half-court shot.
Better get it in. They do. 4 seconds. Trying to bring it up. He's going to take a three, and he does at the buzzer, and it doesn't go. Well, that was a different first period as Colfax comes out on top 13-8. But Bear River with 5 fouls and Colfax with 4. So very hard fought first period.
Absolutely. And as predicted, the pace of this game really is deciding who's on top. Bear River needs to play fast, but these turnovers are absolutely killing them. And only 4 of their 8 first quarter turnovers have been on Colfax steals. So 4 of those have just been them throwing the ball away. And they really need to do a better job holding on to it.
How many turnovers do we have? Well, before you tell me that, there's Tom Fitzsimmons and Emil Baldoni. And there we are here high atop the center line. Marty Mortensen along with Steve Sitter as we're bringing you all this exciting action. Bear River will inbound here to start this second period.
And to answer your half question, Marty, Bear River had 8 turnovers. Colfax had 4.
Yeah, that's 5. That makes up 5 points easy. So here come the Bruins. There's 3 from Olina off the iron, but saved in there. Down another errant pass and trying to break it into the middle, into the paint. As Whitehead had good anticipation, but it was just that ball was almost lost.
Yeah, Detweiler almost kicked it out of bounds.
And now that ball goes out of bounds on a overhead pass to the big guy.
O'Brien's going to come in for Estrella now. Not a lot of substitutions for either team.
So let's see if O'Brien can start putting something together here. He leads the team with about 15 points a game. But good defense in there. Olina with a shot, and it's in. So Ben with 5 points.
Nice shot fake to open up that area, and he really sold it.
Down low, and good hustle in there by Jason Voter to knock that away. That's going to be an easy 2.
Murphy will come in for Heriter now. Heriter with the only made 3-pointer for Bear River, just 1 of 5 so far in this game.
So they'll inbound to Hallman. No place to go, being guarded in there by O'Brien.
Still 18 on the shot clock.
Over in the corner, toss about a 3, doesn't take it, and they get it to Hallman. Stops at the top of the key, puts it right in. Leading scorer with 7 points. 15-10. There's O'Brien, and that ball doesn't go. Rebounded by Whitehead. Then they get it back out. Going in, gets it to Whitehead, but he's fouled on taking the shot.
I think he dished it off to Whitehead, so this will be just an inbound.
Out of inbounds. He started to take it, and then he had 3 guys in front of him. Decided, I'll just dish it off to Whitehead. And
there were a couple open shots that were passed up by the Bruins.
Olina for 3, off the iron. And Voter comes up with it. He takes a three, but that's going to go off the top of the iron. That doesn't go, and let's see whose it's going to be. Bear River ball, it looks like.
That was not a very good shot from Voter in the corner.
He was way off balance.
He's a bit lucky that didn't hit the piping behind the backboard.
Right. Now what happened here?
Foul away from the ball on Murphy.
Another turnover. (15-10) your score, 5-point differential here.
Colfax has beaten that press the same way the last 3 times they've come off the court.
Boy, that was a moving screen. There's going to be a foul, and it looks like that's going to be on O'Brien. He is just doesn't have it tonight for some reason. He's just trying way too hard, I think.
Well, Holman is an excellent ball handler as well. You really have to give him credit for that penetrating move off of the screen. Makes just a hard plant foot to cut back inside.
And nothing but net.
There, you'll see the move. Right here, just takes it right inside to split the defense and draw the foul on O'Brien, who's coming in from behind.
Hallman makes the first, and he makes the second. Leading scorer now with 9. So coming out of the game is O'Brien. Heriter goes back into the game. Over in the corner to Olina. He drives, tries to get into the paint. Is guarded. There's a fadeaway jumper, and it's hit by Whitehead for his 4th point of the game.
God, how do you defend that?
Yeah.
Just a clean shot from the baseline.
Oh, nobody was there. Easy basket on a pass down court. And that went to Breeler for his first 2 of the game.
Colfax flat out hustled Bear River on that play.
Boy, did they ever.
They had 2 players unguarded down below.
Trying to get it down low to Whitehead, can't do it. They bring it out to Heriter. He's being guarded in there. There's Voter now inside. Trying to take it baseline, can't do it. And it goes out of bounds, and Olina couldn't handle it. Oh, it was tipped by the Colfax player, and I think that was Breeler. So it still remains Bear River ball with 10 seconds on the shot clock.
And getting quick open looks has not been Bear River's strength tonight.
Olina from NBA court, and Whitehead with the rebound. And then Voter throws it away, and it doesn't go, but then he blocks him. Oh, Jason.
Late whistle, too.
Yep. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
He balked a bit on the pass, and that's really what set it up. He was trying to pass it over, and the recipient started cutting inside, not realizing the pass was coming to him, and it was just one of those too late to stop. And this is the aftermath. Voter runs along trying to get position, and when he's not able to, he just cuts underneath Breeler, who hits his first free throw.
That one's good. Automatic. Oh, here come the Bruins. Down, and somebody pushed.
That's on Holman. Looks
that
like
was on Holman.
Yeah, he got an elbow to the lower back of Mastrella. And as soon as you lay your whole forearm on a player, that'll be a pretty instant call.
Down low to Whitehead, fade away, and the ball is blocked on that shot. Good heads-up play in there by the Colfax defense. Bear River's getting out-hustled here. Looking for 3, doesn't take it. Fade away, no shot, but there's a 3-pointer and nothing but net. That is Detweiler, number 11. His first points of the game. And Bear River is stymied here with no points. There's a three off the air ball. So it's now they bringing it up. Work at the top of the key. There's a three going up off the iron. Doesn't go. Oh, travel, but that doesn't go. Rebounded by. Was that a foul called?
Yeah, foul on Kerwin. He got his arm tangled up with,
oh, okay.
I think, Olina underneath.
And that's the 7th, so it'll be 1-1. But the way the Bruins have been shooting their free throws, I don't know if this is good or bad here. There's a good shot of Travis Whitehead at the line.
Their percentage right now is 25.
Got to do much better than that. And first one is up, and it's no good. And now it's out of bounds. It's going to be knocked out by the Bruins. Whitehead 0 for 3 at the line. Bruins just can't seem to capitalize, Steve.
No, they just, no one seems to have the hot hand right now. It also helps that Colfax's defense has been smothering.
Yes, they have been. Now they get the ball up the court. Breeler pumps, puts it up, and hits it. Oh, it's 26-12. Bear River has not had a point here in quite a while. Down low to Mastrella, and let's see, he's going to get fouled. That'll be the 8th team foul on.
And this is the ball handling skills of Captain Jake Breeler. Just uses it to get the edge on Matt Lopez. Stops, pulls up, gets the open shot. Meanwhile, Dave Mastrella, who is the only Bruin to make a free throw, makes his first.
Olina had one earlier. So coming into the game now is Murphy. Going out is Whitehead. 3:02 left to go here. It's been all Colfax. Bear River's only come up with 5 points so far in this second period.
Colfax is playing a great all-around game. Their offense has been very strong and fast, which is not what I was expecting coming into this game.
He gets both of them. 12-point deficit. Ball knocked out of bounds by O'Brien. It'll go over to Colfax. They're breaking this press. Now they work it around top of the key, driving in, and he dishes it off, but it's saved in there. Down low, Breeler, and no place to go. Breeler had to take it out. Clock ticking down, 11 seconds. And gets back over to Detweiler. Three-pointer going up, and he hits it. Boom! His second three-pointer of this period. And that ball is lost as O'Brien is just out of sync here tonight.
That's the right move, coming off a big three-pointer to swing the momentum. That's exactly what you want to do, is press the offense. But just so many turnovers are coming off that mentality. I'm not quite sure what Bear River can do to get back in this.
There's your touchdown production scoreboard, showing all Colfax here in this second period, but Bear River has picked up 6 points here in the second period, so they're trailing 29-14 at this juncture in the game, which is a 15-point deficit.
Colfax came into the Mc Crory Gymnasium tonight intent to win this game, and they are playing good, just good all-around basketball. I mean, when I total these halftime stats, that's really what it will reflect.
Yeah, you don't want to poke the bear on the initial, as the fans did, early on in this, before the game started. You don't want to poke the bear.
It doesn't matter what happened on the football field.
Yep.
Doesn't matter what happened in the preseason. This is the league opener. These are the games that matter.
That's it. So if I finally get it across the line, good ball handling in there by Breeler. They're working it across court, trying to run some time off the clock. 13 on the shot clock. Put it on the corner, looking for three. Now they get it down low, trying to take it down baseline. Little jumper, and he puts it up. Nothing but net. That is House. House with 2. 8 points for him so far. 31-14. Just struggling with the passing.
And even with their big player Kerwin not in the game, Bear River still struggling to get a post presence established. Most of their passing is in the perimeter.
There's a three, and nothing but net from O'Brien. Coming all the way down and then deciding not to do anything with it. He dishes it off over there to Detweiler. Number 32, Benniga, he throwing some elbows in there. Referee is not. There's a 2. Doesn't go. Ferreter with the rebound. O'Brien now, spin move, puts it up and lays it in. Here they come, full court press. Oh, knocked out of bounds. It's going to be Mastrella, and just tipped it. Good anticipation on his part.
There's about a 5-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, so Bear River will more than likely.
All right, stolen away. Good anticipation in there by Mastrella. They got 3 on 2. He puts it up, doesn't go, gets it back again, spin move. Gets it back out to O'Brien now with 22 seconds. Looks over at Coach Ganskie for set it up a play. They got 15 seconds. The shot clock is off. So here comes the Bruins. Trying to get it down low to Mastrella. Can't do it. Now they're going to have to drive it in. He puts it up, and it goes! O'Brien with 7 points here in the last couple of seconds. They close it within 10. That is a big time for him to come alive, Steve.
Yeah, absolutely. When his team is down late, that's when he really comes alive.
So O'Brien is the leading scorer for the Bruins with 7, and he picked them all up within the last minute and 10 seconds. So a big turnaround to close the gap within 10 here at halftime, with the touchdown production scoreboard indicating Colfax up by 10, and it's all been the Falcons here in the second period, 31-21, but Bear River making a game out of it here at the closing seconds of the first half. All right, I'd like to remind you, you're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River basketball right here on the Touchdown Productions Sports Network.
Accidents happen, and Tripp's Auto Body and Paint Shop understands your frustration when they do. They work on all makes and models and have been serving Nevada County for 3 generations. Trips is a proud member of the AAA Repair Network, and their technicians are I-CAR Gold Class professionals. Trips works with all insurance companies and is a direct repair facility for AAA. Voted Nevada County's best, it's Trips Auto Body. It's time to visit the newly remodeled B&C True Value Home and Garden Center. The new B&C has completely changed for your shopping convenience. Their new expanded garden center has everything you need, including expert advice on trees, shrubs, and perennials. Check out their new website and the new spring hours. And thank you for voting B&C the best hardware and building supply in 2012. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center.
Anything Green Hydroponics is your source for hydro systems, grow lights, and soils. Anything Green offers a complete range of organic nutrients as well as fungicides, miticides, and predatory bugs. Anything Green Hydroponics has just received this year's soil. Get your totes, pallets, or individual bags. Stay tuned for future workshops. It's all at Anything Green Hydroponics.
Welcome to Plaza Tire and Automotive Service in Grass Valley. At Plaza Tire and Automotive Service, the customer comes first. We only do what's right for the customer, not necessarily what's right for business. Third generation family member, learned all that I know from my Grandpa Fred, my dad, my Uncle Mike, my grandma. My entire family's been a huge part of learning about the automotive industry. Grass Valley is our 4th location, and you can also find us in Colfax, Penn Valley, and Nevada City. I am Blake Hauser, and I welcome you to join us for the grand opening at our Grass Valley location.
Back here at halftime with the Bear River cheerleaders leading the way, 31-21. Marty Mortensen, along with Steve Sitter, bringing you all this exciting action. And Steve, how did it turn? There's a big turnaround there.
I know one surefire way to double your points in a quarter is to have your turnovers, and that's exactly what Bear River did. Bear River had 8 turnovers in the first quarter and 4 in the second quarter, and that helped immensely with their point production. When you don't just give the ball away, that gives you a lot of opportunity to find a way to get points, and that's exactly what they did, especially late in the second quarter, and that's really what they needed. I find it interesting that neither team has any bench points. Both teams have all 5 starters. They've done all the scoring, and they all have scored, which is something I have not seen in my sportscasting career. I find that rather interesting.
Well,
And also interesting, Bear River is out-rebounding Colfax 14-12. And when you've got a guy like John Kerwin, who is 5 inches taller than the next tallest person on the court, that's really a feat.
Well, he did sit out a little bit of that second period, so that gave him a little bit of a break.
That does help, but
yeah.
Colfax really did a good job of picking up the slack. They picked up 3 of their 5 offensive rebounds consecutively, and Kerwin was not involved in that at all. So Colfax really did a good job of making up for that height difference when Kerwin is off the floor. But the big stats here are still turnovers. Bear River 12, Colfax was 6, and that's going to be huge. And that's a big reason why they're down 10. Also, 3-pointers. Bear River 2 for 10 and Colfax 3 for 7, but they were 2 for 2 in the second quarter. And that's huge. They're really on their game offensively. And the Bear River defense is really the last link in this chain for the Bruins. If they can find a way to shut down the Falcons just for a few possessions, get them back in this game offensively and put some more pressure on, that'll lead to more turnovers. And that's what they're lacking right now and what the press has failed to generate. And in terms of free throws, Colfax 8 for 8, Bear River's 3 for 8.
Yeah, that's
3 for 8.
There's 5 points right there, no matter how you look at it. And Kyle Detweiler picked up those 2 3-pointers in that second period, and that made a big difference.
Yeah, looking at the difference in scoring leaders, Colfax has 4 players with at least 5 points. And Bear River has 1, David O'Brien with 7, and the rest are scattered around the rest of the starters. And that's really big. O'Brien came through huge, and that's why he's the scoring leader, why he's the field goal percentage leader, and why he's the captain. He knows when his team needs a boost.
Yeah, well, he certainly gave it to this Bear River team. O'Brien had no points, and then all of a sudden, in 1 minute and about 10 seconds, he comes up with 7 quick points on a couple of turnovers by the Falcons, and then they end up, so let's watch this, Steve, as O'Brien brings the ball up the court.
Yeah, O'Brien's going to dish it off to Murphy, and this is a very well-designed play. O'Brien's just going to post up, set the screen, and roll off. It's really a double screen, draws a bit of a double team to Mistrella. Back up top, there's going to be one fake screen set by Mistrella, and O'Brien just takes it in all by himself, puts it up a little finger roll up against Mason Lewis. And that's just a well-designed play. Bear River knows they haven't been shooting the three-pointer very well, so they're not going to set up a three-point shot. They want to go into the locker room with some momentum. And a play like that, utilizing their speed, because I still think Bear River is a faster team starting and stopping than Colfax. But Colfax has just been able to ride the momentum much better than Bear River has. But that last play was very key, and hopefully they'll be able to carry that over into the second half. At least I'm sure Coach Ganskie is expecting that from the team.
Exactly. As a 10-point is not that insurmountable.
No, not at all.
But you've got to keep those turnovers from happening, like you mentioned. As the Bruins now come back on the court to warm up here, that was a short time in the locker room, so hopefully the boys got the message there. So I think we have another replay here of a fast break.
And this is exactly what Bear River needs to keep doing. O'Brien takes off down the court immediately once he sees that he has a teammate who's made possession. And O'Brien's going to take it, keep that momentum, and just keep pressuring. Because he knows that Colfax still has to get down the court. All he has to do is one quick spin and lays it up all by himself. And that's all Bear River needs. Those transition points are huge, and that's something that they have to capitalize on.
So O'Brien comes up with 7 points, Whitehead with 4, Heriter with that 1 3-pointer at the start of the game. And we'd like to remind you that you're watching exclusive coverage of the Bear River Bruins basketball team here on the Touchdown Production Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Dr. Victoria Tutak, and welcome to Advanced Chiropractic Centers. Are you tired of living with debilitating pain, physically impacting the quality of your life? Here at Advanced Chiropractic Centers, we offer a variety of options. We are a result-driven office devoted to your health care. My name is Dr. T, and I look forward to meeting your health care needs.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title's your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations, and thank you for keeping your business local.
We're at SPD Market in Nevada City asking people what they like about SPD.
I've been shopping here for about 20 years, and the people are very courteous, and I especially like the meat counter. It's nice. You have a great selection, very helpful.
Because it's local, it's small, they have wonderful selections of things I need, and the personnel are very nice.
And that's why people love SPD Markets in Nevada City and Grass Valley.
Back to the start here of the second half. Inbound pass stolen away by Whitehead. Tips it away. Mistrella picks it up. Heriter brings it up the court. So there's a turnover to start this inside to O'Brien. Spin move. And they're going to call a foul on number 11, it looks like. That is Detweiler. That is his second foul. That was a quick one. O'Brien trying to make a spin move and then was hit. Now they'll bring it in, back out to O'Brien, down low to Whitehead. Looking for Olina for 3, and he hits it. Ben Olina for his first 3-pointer of the night. Cuts the lead to 7, and now they throw it away and they save it. drives into the court, finger roll goes in. Nice hustle.
That's way too easy. Bear River needs to get someone to step up in the lane and block that off.
That was Hallman for 2. Olina takes it in, stop, pumps, puts it up, he's fouled. It doesn't go. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. That was on Curl. Let's see how many he's got when it comes up. Well, they called that on Cameron. 31. It's up and nothing but net from Olina.
That might be the highest arc on a free throw.
I know, I was going to say that. Had a lot of backspin on that ball. Another one in and out, rebounded in there by Kerwin. There's a flop in there by O'Brien, fade away, doesn't go, put back up by Kerwin. Olina in the corner, trying to set something up, tries to drive baseline, can't do it. Olina now. Down low to O'Brien. Underhand, goes in, what a move. O'Brien with 2 more.
I'm still not entirely sure how he managed to shovel that to the basket.
And there's a ball off the iron. Heriter brings it up, gets over to O'Brien. Bryan moves into the, looks like he got fouled, but no call. The referee, no call there. Now, Colfax trying to get it down low. They do. Stop, pump, and off the glass. That is Kerwin with another 2. 37-27, still 10-point margin. Matching point for point here. Oh, Bear River stepped up the pace, get it down low, and they can't get it to Whitehead, and he goes off his foot. There's a shoot.
Let's go back to that David O'Brien. Bit of a MacGyver shot. O'Brien's going to get it off the bounce pass. He's going to turn away from the double team, get underneath Kerwin because he's not going over the top, and flips it up with both hands. Very,
back
very
to live action for 3, and he hits it. Detweiler with another 3. 5:13 left to go in this third period. Biggest lead right now is 13 in the second half. Stop, pump, puts it up. Doesn't hit the net or the iron, and now that's intercepted in there by Whitehead on a good defensive move. Heriter brings it up. Going to call a timeout.
I think that's a good idea. Bear River has been not taking advantage of the chances they've had. Now they're getting good penetration underneath the basket, but they're just not taking the open shots.
Nope.
Colfax's offense is still going full bore.
Your Touchdown Productions scoreboard here with the score 40-27. Once again, Colfax continues to dominate this ball game.
And right now, all Colfax has to do is match Bear River
point for point. Exactly. They'll never catch up. 13-point deficit. Inbounding will be O'Brien. Heriter now top of the key, looking for a screen. Moving on out, and it's almost stolen away. Now he takes it in, and let's see what happens. He stepped on the line, it looks like.
They're going to get him with a travel.
Travel, okay. Oh, another turnover.
It certainly looked like Heriter had the intensity, but not really a plan.
Driving into the paint, stolen away by Whitehead.
Looked like that might have been a kick.
Yeah, it could have been. He had his foot down there. So Bear River will give it another try. Over in the corner to O'Brien, back over to Lena, down low, and there's a hack by Hallman. That's the third team foul. Bear River with no fouls here so
that's
far.
also the fourth foul on Hallman.
Hallman, that's it.
So
he's their high scorer.
And he's coming out, Matt Harshman, one of only 2 juniors on the team, with Kyle Detweiler will come in to replace him.
Inbound to Mastrella. Mastrella trying to drive the lane. No place to go. Fadeaway jumper off the iron, off balance. Rebounded by Kerwin. So bringing the ball up the court now is Detweiler, and he has to get rid of it. Now gets it back. 13 on the shot clock, being guarded in there by Olena. And it's going to be off of. So Olena, I don't know what he did, but they called a foul on him. That's the first foul, and Olena's second. They get a new shot clock. They get it in underneath the basket, doesn't go, but then put back. Could have been a 3-second violation in the paint, but no call. 8-point there for Kerwin. O'Brien for 3 off the iron, doesn't go. Rebounded by Colfax. Detweiler will bring the ball up.
Slowly.
Yeah. Well, they just they can run some time off the clock. There's no hurry on their point with a 15-point lead. Ties the biggest lead of the game. Get it down low, spin move, and that was easy.
And Travis Whitehead calls.
Yeah,
he signals for an official timeout. I believe he's got a nosebleed.
Yep.
He's going to take care of that, and Jason Voder will come into the game. And will Brandon Murphy. And now Coach Ganskie just takes a timeout.
Yep. Can't have any blood on the uniform or on the floor or on your person. So there's your touchdown production scoreboard here. It's all Colfax here, 13 double digits here in the third period with 2:52 left to go in this period, and it's up to a 17-point lead.
And there's really no one thing that Colfax is doing that Bear River isn't. It is a whole host. Colfax is just playing an overall better game. Bear River, they've lost their dominance in the paint, getting the rebounds. It just looks like they've lost a lot of the heart they came into the game with and found late in the second quarter.
There's an interesting shot there. We're in the little screen here. Nice shot in there by our lovely camera person.
A few camera.
So Voder brings the ball up. O'Brien now trying to go to paint, and he's going to get blocked. That'll be the 4th team foul. And that'll be the 3rd foul for House. Inbound, O'Brien puts it up for 2. Hard to defend against that one.
No, that was a well drawn up play.
Stolen away, and there's O'Brien, a quick 2 on that full court press.
I got Colfax napping.
Yep. Double team in the corner, and he's going to be out of bounds, and it's going to be Bear River ball. Well, all of a sudden, Bear River showing a little bit of life here.
Kerwin's not the guy you want to catch that pass right over half court and get instantly double teamed. He's not out there to be a ball handler.
He's got the height, but you don't want him dribbling, and you don't want him double teamed.
Coach O'Connell will take his first time out of the half. The lead is still fairly sizable, 44-31. But those were 4 points that his team really did not need to give up.
No, they didn't. So Bear River now into double figures for this third period, trailing by 7. No, I'm sorry, trailing by 13.
Not quite that dire yet.
No. That one turn looked like to me with these old eyes, looked like a 7 for a minute, but I got it figured out. All right, here come the Bruins now. They'll inbound the ball. Voter brings it up. Over in the corner to Olina. Now driving in, puts it up. That's O'Brien for 2 more. Full court press again. Now they're double teaming everybody with the ball. That's going to set up something down low. Oh, stolen away by Olina. Olina could go coast to coast. Takes it up, puts it in. He's fouled on a Detweiler foul. Olina trying to do a little finger roll into the net, and that was very close. Could have been a charge.
Yeah, I'm actually a little surprised on that call.
But he was kind of moving backwards.
That's Detweiler's third. And I think you're right, just that little bit of momentum carrying him back may have been the difference there.
Yep.
Also, during that last exchange, Travis Whitehead ran back in. And it looks like he's cleaned up and ready to go.
So, Olina at the line. He has 9 points with 2 free throws. Crowd is getting a little noisy, high and off the iron. Good shot of the bench. That one's good. Full court press again, still trying to move around. They're going to start calling that. Now they get it. And it's going to be a block on looks like, who are they going to give it on?
That's
Olina?
on Olina.
Yeah.
And Olina needs to get to the corner in that sequence. He did not have the angle. It was very clearly a block trying to force.
That's Olina's third foul too.
Yeah, he needs to get there and just take the charge.
Looks like Kyle's going to come in for him too, I think. Let's see.
You are correct.
Well, Whitehead's back in on the bench. So now they've got no height. Bear River's got no height out there now.
Yeah, they got Brandon Murphy, 6'1".
Oh, and there's somebody missed a cue on that one, a turnover. And we'll see who's going to go out.
Breeler's coming out, and Mason Lewis is coming in. That's Colfax's 7th turnover. That's one more turnover in this quarter than they had the entire first half.
Well, Voter brings it up. Got Mc Crory in the game. Good ball handler, a lot of speed. Over in the corner to Mastrella. Trying to get it down low. Can't do it. They're looking for a 3 from. There's the 3 off the iron. That doesn't go. Off balance on that one. So they work it around in the corner. Now they thought they was going to take a 3, a fadeaway jumper. He's fouled. It doesn't go. Going to the line will be Harshman. Another junior. The only 2 juniors on the team this year. 10-point margin. Got a chance to make it 12 if the free throws will drop. First one is up, and it is good.
First bench point of the game for either team.
So Clary comes out. And now going back in is Olena. 45-34. Good shot there of Harshman. Up and off the iron. And fade away, and he puts it in. No contest, no height. There's a big three-point swing there at the end. And there's another foul. Be the 16th foul.
I think that's the 4th on Detweiler.
Yeah, he's going to have to. He's gotten 3 3-pointers. Takes it in, and too hard. Can't believe they didn't. And they stole the ball back, and O'Brien puts it in. .32 seconds. And he gets it again, drives it in, puts it up, and he's fouled, and he go to the line to shoot one. Wow. That full court press has been really something, isn't it, Steve?
And they finally figured it out. It took them it took them more than half of the basketball game to do it, but they finally found a way to get those turnovers. And this is just great individual effort. Go in, draw the contact on Harshman, and just flip it up, hope it goes in. And suddenly it is a 9-point game.
Got a chance to make it a 3-point play, up and in. 25 seconds left to go, and it's 8-point. Full court press coming up again. Trying to get it down low, and it's stolen away, but they're going to call a foul on somebody.
I think that's going to be on Murphy. I think Murphy Murphy got wrist.
Yeah, he's complaining. So whoever's complaining the loudest, that's probably where it's going to go. That's only the 4th team foul.
13 seconds.
Yeah, 13 seconds on the shot clock and the game clock for this period. Bear River has come back from a big deficit. Oh, somebody fell asleep there on that one. That was easy.
Down to 5.
O'Brien with a fadeaway jumper doesn't go.
And there'll be 0.3 seconds on the inbound.
What can you do with that?
I think if you're Colfax, you just inbound it short and head to the 4th quarter. Or not.
Olena with a good arm from deep down into the end zone. Yeah. Back. So we're completed 3 periods, and Bear River finally stays even there in that 3rd period with the Colfax Falcons. They found a way to come back on that full court press, trailing by 10 going into the last period here on the touchdown production scoreboard. Yeah, that first period, 8 points, and all those turnovers made the difference so far in this ball game.
Well, I'll say this, Bear River came out a different team, not necessarily completely better. They got out-rebounded in that quarter 10-1. And that is certainly not what we saw in the first half. On the plus side, Colfax committed 10 turnovers and Bear River committed 2.
Well, that's a big difference.
A huge turnaround.
But Whitehead, who just came back in on the court, has now gone back into the locker room, and he spent much of the 3rd period not on the court, so there was no rebounding. I mean, he's the tallest kid on the court.
That's true.
Hey, there they go. Tom Simmons, Emil Baldoni, KNCO cohorts there, broadcasting the game. Oh, here come the Bruins with the inbound ball from Olina now at the top of the court, top of the key, I should say. Back out to, oh, they're stolen away. And then it's stolen away again, and it's going to be Bear River ball. Like we mentioned earlier, you don't want him, Kerwin, dribbling the ball because he's got such a high bounce on the ball that it's easy to steal.
You don't want him to have the ball below his shoulders.
So there it is, a nice baseline on a good feed by Mastrella. And that's out of bounds. Bear River will inbound it.
Here's a fun fact. David O'Brien now has more than half of Bear River's total points.
I know, and that's something. And he went almost 2 periods without a point. Mastrella, that is Olina, but he throws up an air ball.
Colfax wisely slows the pace.
Yeah, right, they certainly do. And they're moving it around now at the top of the key. And there's going to be a foul called, and let's see who it was on.
Brandon Murphy's complaining loudly again.
Yeah. That's a 5th team foul for the Bruins, 7 for Colfax. Bear River is in, something happened there. Who's going to be a push? Certainly was.
Is that on Kerwin?
Let's see who they called it
on.
It's
on Kerwin.
Kerwin, yeah, that's only his 2nd foul, though.
And that is the 8th team foul for Colfax. So Bear River is in the bonus. One more
don't
foul.
They get the...
Well, it's an offensive foul.
Okay.
So that's just a turnover.
So Mastrella now trying to get it down low. He drives into the paint, fade away, left-handed sky hook doesn't go, and then there's going to be another foul called on. Now a technical.
Yeah, Murphy's had that coming for the past.
He's been complaining about everything, and now he's going to cause his team a technical foul. So going to the line is Mason Lewis. And now coming into the game will be Cade Matthews.
And still no sign of the return of Travis Whitehead.
Yeah.
That's who Brandon Murphy was in replacing, essentially. And the foul and combined technical will be fouls 4 and 5 for Murphy. So Murphy is out of the game.
First one's good by Lewis. 9-point deficit here for the Bruins. In and out. They'll get the ball back. Oh, that was costly. Now he's got to go to the locker room. Now he's got to go down, sit down. He's done for the night.
And that also puts Bear River at 17 fouls, so both teams are in the bonus. So that advantage that Bear River had coming into this quarter is gone.
Fadeaway jumper doesn't go. Rebounded in there by Voter. Coming up the court fast. Go over to Olina. He stops. Takes it in. Doesn't. Double teamed over there. Now they get it out to O'Brien. He tries to take it in. Can't do it. There's Olina for 3 off the iron. Doesn't go. And rebounded by Lewis. 6:14 left to go. 9-point game. Lewis paint, puts it up, doesn't go on a. Here comes O'Brien. Timeout's going to call.
Colfax moves so well away from the ball. They set up what looks up here like a high cycle in hockey away from the ball to get that open look from the three-point line. And they know they don't need any more three-pointers.
No, they don't. There's your touchdown production scoreboard as we're into the early portions of this fourth period. A 9-point deficit. Bear River with the ball.
And we're seeing Colfax throw the ball away some more, just like we saw in the third quarter. They have 3 turnovers on no Bear River steals, so that's just sloppy ball handling, an offensive foul on an inbound, and Bear River needs to start taking advantage of that. Now is the time. With less than 6 minutes, they really can't afford to pass up too many more of those opportunities.
Bear River can score very quickly, as O'Brien proved late in that second period. So Voter will bring it up. Now they get it down low, puts it up. Olena was, whoa, 2 Bear River Bruins go down. Voter on the ground. Fadeaway jumper doesn't go, and it looked like a travel call, but no call. Olena almost loses it. Whitehead's back in the game, set a screen. Now he puts it up off the iron, doesn't go, and let's see what happens. It's going to be Bear River ball.
Colfax fans don't like that.
No.
Now let's look back. This is just fighting for a loose ball here, as Whitehead goes up. The rebound comes down, and Voter comes out of nowhere and just runs smack into Mestrella.
Mestrella now driving, fadeaway jumper off the glass, doesn't go with the rebound, and that's going to be Bear River ball.
Bear River's taking some low percentage shots now.
Oh, exactly.
They need to start getting more selective. The shots will open up, but nothing good's going to happen.
Long
from
pass
forcing.
into Mestrella. Voter now over in the corner to Olena, and there's going to be a foul. Who's it on?
I can only imagine this is on Breeler. No, they're going to call it on Hallman away from the ball. So this will result in a 1-and-1. Hallman's coming out of the game.
That's his 5th foul.
That would explain why he's coming out.
Yeah.
So he'll foul out with 11 points. Howes and Kerwin both with 12. They are the co-leaders.
So going to the line to shoot 1-and-1, and no good, but oh, look at that move in there by O'Brien. Wow.
Voter thought he had a steal there.
Yeah, it looked like it. Came around the backside. Back to a 9-point game again. And stolen away. And now they get it back again. Nice move down low. Puts it up, doesn't go. That doesn't go. Whitehead with the rebound. Crowd really into it now. Bringing the ball up is Mestrella. He gets it back out to Voter, and there's going to be another foul.
I think this one's going to be on Lewis. Lewis threw an elbow. Oh, no, Mestrella threw an elbow.
Mestrella. Wow, that was costly. 4:32 left. Bear River trailing by 9. Full court press again. And now they're going to, what happened here?
Yeah, that's a foul on Uclary. Uclary hip checked Cameron Howes to the court.
Now it'll be a 1-and-1. Those are costly mistakes.
Both teams with 9 team fouls, so from here on out, all fouls will result in two shots.
Right. In and out, and then in. 53-43, back up to 10. That one's no good. And they save it. They're going to run some time off the clock, it looks like. You really don't want to foul because you get 2 shots. It's not a 1-and-1 situation. So now they'll work it around, try to get it down in low. They do. But, oh, nice move in there. And put back goes.
Just too many offensive rebounds.
Yeah, right.
Colfax is getting second, third chance opportunities that they were not getting in the first half.
Mc Crory with the ball. He's looking at a 3. Off the iron, doesn't go. 3:48 left. Well, O'Brien's been doing what he has to do. Playing good defense, but 55-43. Continue to move the ball around the top of the key. They're not in any hurry to be taking any shots. There's a 3 up and good. Wow.
Mason Lewis putting up a 3.
Yeah, putting up a 3. That means O'Brien will go to the line to shoot 2.
O'Brien's looking for some support, but
yeah.
I think right now he's feeling like if this team's going to come back, it's going to come from him and him alone.
He's got 24 points, and the whole team alone has got 43.
He's taking a walk now. It looks like he maybe came down hard on his knee at the end of that play.
Up and good. Off the iron, doesn't go. They get it. They've got 2-on-1. He'll be taking it all the way. Stops, pumps, puts it up, and it goes in. Detweiler with the 2 points. So Bear River gets 1, they get 2. You're never going to catch up that way with 2:53 left. Mastrella now in the corner. Gets it over to O'Brien for 3. Off the iron, put back, doesn't go. 2-on-1 again. There's a pass down low, puts it up, foul. They'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Colfax right now is just running away with this game. Bear River cannot put points on the board. All things aside, if you can't make the open shots, it doesn't really matter what else is going on the stat sheet.
First one up is good. That's good. 60. Yeah. Crowd over there, kiss the ring, shouting, let's play football. Oh, that is blocked. Whitehead hesitated. Yeah. They can continue to move time off the clock. And that's almost a dunk. Irwin with another 2. So here comes the Bruins. Trying to make something happen here. Get it down low and there to O'Brien. That's knocked away. O'Brien's calling for a foul. Doesn't get it. Here comes a dunk. And he's fouled as Whitehead fouls him. I think that's our player of the game right there, I think.
You can make a case for Howes. You can make a case for Detweiler. You could make a case for Kerwin. You can make a case for
any of them.
O'Brien even.
He made it a 3-point play. 17 points so far for Kerwin.
And now we're seeing some substitutions. Matt Lopez, Cade Matthews in for Bear River. Dominic Fox.
Look at that.
Harshman in
This
for
happened
Colfax.
to Bear River. This happened to Bear River the other night. They end up getting 3 points in the fourth quarter and lost. Stolen away by Mastrella. Takes it up, puts it in. His first 2 pointers of the game. Bear River still fighting. 1:11 left, 67-46, 19-point lead. Down low, and it's going to be Voter with a foul.
And this was an 8-point game not that long ago.
No, it wasn't.
And now it's up to 21, possibly up to 23 at the end of this sequence.
Dominic Fox for the Falcons will be at the line to shoot 2.
Dominic Fox had Jason Voter all over him. And
Off the iron.
That's a matchup we saw in the fall that had a lot of heat to it. O'Brien and Mastrella will both come off the court. Dallas Penn and Drew Kramer will replace them. David O'Brien, 25 points of Bear River's 46.
That one's good.
Great dish from Voter.
And it finally goes in. That is Penn, Dallas Penn for 2.
Big
three-pointer. Whoa, baby.
Mason Lewis from the corner again.
That's his second three-pointer. There's a three-pointer. Nothing but net. That is Kramer for 3.
And that's small
Stolen
comfort.
away. Kramer's got it. Gets it over, and he puts it in.
Matt Lopez.
That was Lopez.
I think he probably got away with a travel.
Yeah. They don't need to take another shot.
And they won't.
Final score, 71-53. 18-point deficit. And there's a big fourth period blowout there by the Colfax Falcons as they come up big here with the first league victory of the year. They go 1-0. The Bruins go 0-1. Yeah, it looks like the basketball team just avenged the football game from last November. There's your touchdown production scoreboard. Final score, 71-53, as Bear River had a slow first period and a very slow fourth period, with the exception of the last minute and a half, where the an exciting game, but it was all in all the Falcons just had too much horsepower for the Bruins tonight. Too many turnovers.
Too many turnovers, although in the second half, Bear River actually comes out ahead in that statistic. Colfax with 22 turnovers, 16 of them coming in the second half. Bear River with just 5 second half turnovers. They total out at 17. So Bear River did a much better job ball handling in the second half, but it came at a price, and that price was rebounds. Colfax ends up out-rebounding Bear River by 13, 36-23.
I think having Whitehead out, that most of the third period and part of the fourth. I think that was a big difference right there.
Absolutely. I came to the same conclusion.
Right.
Just way too many defensive rebounds. In the first half, Colfax only had 7 defensive rebounds. In the second half, they had 17.
Right, yeah, that explains it. Whitehead's a big force underneath that basket, even though he was giving away several inches in height.
No, and he was getting position. That was the big thing. That was what Murphy and Mc Crory and Lopez, they just couldn't bring. They couldn't outmuscle John Kerwin, and Kerwin is a force to be reckoned with at 6'8". Just looking at some of these other statistics, Bear River 4 for 20 for 3-pointers and 6 for 16 on free throws. That is that is not acceptable, really.
I didn't realize they took that many 3-point shots. 4 for 20. That is. There was one night, one of the games earlier in the season, Olena was in the game, and he within about 2 minutes he had 4 3-pointers right in a row. So I mean, here they've got 4 for 20, and that's you're right. That's totally unacceptable if you're going to win a ball game.
Yeah, and Olena tonight with 9 points. His average is 9.8 per game. So he really played a good game. Missed some open 3-pointers, but those aren't always going to be there.
Right.
Hereder only had 3 points, and he is 34%. He is the team leader for 3-pointers. He was held completely quiet. In fact, I don't think Hereder had any shot opportunities at all. He was more of a handler since O'Brien was doing everything himself.
Right.
And since he finishes the night with 25 points, he averages 14 and a half per game. He was well over his average. Mastrella with just 5, he's averaging 9.5. Really, O'Brien took it upon himself to be the entire offense. And in general, when you say that, that doesn't speak too highly of the rest of the team. And the rest of the team was just not there offensively for one reason or another.
No, they were struggling. No question about that, Steve. And one of the things, when you look at the number of, you mentioned 25 points for O'Brien. Is that what he ended up with? You got to remember that he didn't have any points until about a minute and a half left to go in that second period. So that tells you something right there, that he turned it on and that into that second period and the second half. Can't do it all yourself. You got to have somebody banking in something from somewhere. But it was a good performance by David O'Brien tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't forget to join us next week as Nevada Union Miners take on the Rockland Thunder on your Touchdown Productions NorCal Game of the Week. And you can watch that on Comcast Channel 11, Suddenlink Channel 16, and the Education Channel, Channel 18. And don't forget to tune in each week as out on the YouTube channel. You'll be able to watch all these exciting basketball games as the season progresses.
Our executive producer was Gilbert M. Dominguez. Camera operators, Sanyu Enos, Tony Rondini, and Roland G. Ludlow. Announcers, that's a funny way to spell Marty Mortensen.
Yeah, right.
And Steve Sitter. Remote facilities, the Commander 2. Commander Maintenance, Plaza Tire and Auto Service, and Reeves Auto Parts. Player of the Game Award, Touchdown Productions and Stuckey Engravers. Touchdown Accounting, Cinto Graziano, LLP. And that does it for us here at Mc Crory Gymnasium. Be sure to check out touchdownproductions.com. Over 1,500 sports telecasts. Tune in each week. Now the new Education Channel 18 from NCTV will be there when the Rockland Thunder roll in to take on the Nevada Union Miners. So for Marty Mortensen, Gil Dominguez, and the rest of the crew at Touchdown Productions, good night. We'll see you next week.